OnePlus has just announced its first ever collaboration with supercar manufacturer McLaren. Very exciting. And already I have their phone, the OnePlus 6T McLaren Edition here, factory sealed in its packaging, just ready for me to rip into it and see what's inside. So let's do just that. I mean, it already starts off being very McLaren. It's orange, and we've got salute to speed, of course, on the front. I brought a tool ready to crack in. Let's do this carefully. Surgical precision, some may say. Well done. Okay, can go away safely. Let's get into this nonsense. Slide off the box, and of course, carbon fiber patterning, something that McLaren uses a lot in its cars. Let's open this up. How does this, is this a lid? Ooh, it opens this way. And we have more salute to speed inside, and the words fast and smooth. I don't know why. So, let's first take a look at this book, which at the launch event, they made a big deal about the fact that this is packaged as a book. You open it up, dedicated to those in constant pursuit of speed. Shouldn't that be in the constant? Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. We have some words about Bruce McLaren. We have the racetrack of the 1968 Belgian Grand Prix. I don't know why. What else do we have? More words. This is actually a whole book. It talks about OnePlus's beginnings. It talks about McLaren's beginnings. And in the launch event, they tried to talk a lot about how both companies had similar backgrounds. I don't really think they do, but you know, I'm not going to argue if they've spent all this time in trying to develop this story. There we go. Okay, lots more pages, lots more words. These books are limited edition, of course, so you're not going to find them necessarily on the shelves of your local WH Smiths, but hey, that's why we're here. We'll probably show a bit more close-ups on these on another occasion. Now we're getting something about the phone. OnePlus 6T McLaren Edition, inspired by F1, 10 gig of RAM. 10 gig of RAM, that is a lot of RAM. Arguably too much RAM in a phone. Snapdragon 845 plus 10 gig of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. That is huge. Also, it has what they call Warp Charge 30. That's OnePlus's new fast charging system, and it claims that you can get a whole day of use from just 20 minutes of charging. That is something that is really appealing, because I often don't charge my phone enough and then suddenly find I need to go out and I've got no battery left. So, what's at the end of this book? It's the phone itself. Isn't that exciting? On the last page, you open it up, and there it is. We can take this out. Carefully does it. And we start to see it covered in stickers. Let's peel these off first of all, because we don't need these stickers, and we don't need this barcode. It's ruining all our fun. Quick polish, because I've got my fingerprints over it already. So there we are. We have the phone, the 6T. It's black, it's shiny, and beneath the surface you will see this very, very faint pattern of carbon fiber. Now, OnePlus talked a lot about the carbon fiber that McLaren uses. Now, I'm a little disappointed that it hasn't actually used carbon fiber. This is just for show. It is just an effect. It isn't carbon fiber. But what we do have subtly around the bottom, now I don't know if the light is catching this properly on these cameras, but there is this little hint of orange around the bottom edge. Now that is the papaya orange, which McLaren uses in a lot of its cars. Otherwise, the phone is physically identical to the 6T. We've got this dual camera sensor at the top, and we have this all screen front with just this little teardrop notch on the front. Now, of course, it's time for the most satisfying thing of any new phone, and that is, of course, peeling off the screen protector. Always a good moment. Okay, let's fire this thing up. And while that's doing that, you know, it may not even do that. Oh, it is. It buzzed. There we go. OnePlus, powered by Android, of course. We'll take a look at what else we've got inside this box. Of course, we have a case. It's carbon fiber effect with the OnePlus logo and the McLaren logo down at the bottom. We have a special edition orange weaved charging cable, USB-C of course, to show off the McLaren colour. And we have a black and orange OnePlus charger, and again with the McLaren logo. And it's this charger that will let you do the Superfast Charge that this phone has. If you don't use this charger, you won't get those benefits, so try not to lose this one. But it's bright orange, it's difficult to lose. Now, the other thing that comes in this box, which OnePlus were very, very proud about, is this Salute to Speed block. Now in here is an actual piece of carbon fiber in the shape of the McLaren swooshy logo thing. And they've said that in all the phones that they are making, they have this limited edition, but haven't said exactly how many, but there are 6 F1 cars worth of carbon fiber that they've used in making all of these little blocks. It says, Salute to Speed, McLaren MCL 33 edition, carbon fiber 2018, handcrafted in England, down in Woking, where the actual launch event took place at the McLaren HQ. Now, that looks like all the actual exciting stuff in the box. There is a USB-C headphone adapter with a little splash of the orange again. And this is just manuals. It's just manuals, but again, there's a lot of that orange there, and the McLaren logo is all over the place. We can go out to the phone itself now, get rid of all this. And we are in the phone, and already we're kind of seeing nothing else in the phone, which is McLaren based. The software is pretty much the same as you will find on any other phone. Any other OnePlus phone, except that I have noticed that there is some little tweak to the interface to bring that orange color into the software. But I think that's pretty much about it. Really, the point of having this McLaren branded phone is to have that McLaren logo down here at the bottom, to have the carbon fiber effect and this orange bit of line on the bottom. This phone is only about £70 more than the top spec normal OnePlus 6T. This comes in at £649, which isn't a bad price for a phone with 10 gig of RAM, 256 gig of storage. That's even before you add in the special McLaren stuff. So it's often the case we've seen before when phone companies have partnered with automotive brands like Porsche design phones or some of the Lamborghini special edition phones we've seen from other companies. They cost thousands of pounds because they think, oh, we've put in this fancy car name, let's charge loads more for this phone. Actually, they haven't done that with this. This is a very, very reasonable price for this handset. And I think it looks pretty cool. No, it isn't a massive overhaul of anything. It isn't a completely different phone. It's very much still a 6T, but boosted a little bit. And if you're particularly keen on racing and you're particularly keen on the McLaren brand, this is probably a phone to look out for. But do let us know what you think of the OnePlus 6T McLaren Edition. You can leave your comments in the box below. Make sure to like and subscribe to CNET for a lot more.